I'm Dr. LaDonna Boyd, presenting the curriculum lessons for August 21st and 28th, 2022. The theme for these lessons is the hope of the saints, and the lesson for August 21st is entitled No Better Refreshment, and the lesson for August 28th is entitled No Substitute. The scriptural reference for both lessons comes from Revelation 22. As followers of Christ, we must know God's intended future and pattern for our work in the present to make God's future plans a lived reality. The August 21st lesson focuses on the river of life. Consider the importance of having fresh, clean water to drink. What does this do for our bodies? What happens when we don't have access to clean water? Similarly, consider spiritual nourishment. What happens when we are separated from the river of life? Revelation 22 verses 1 through 2 says, Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb through the middle of the street of the city. On either side of the river is a tree of life with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing its fruit each month, and the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. This passage speaks of God's sustenance and substance. Imagine equality on both sides of the river. There is fruit to eat and water to drink, and the leaves have medicinal qualities available to all. This is drastically different from our modern society. We tend to hoard resources due to a scarcity mindset. We must remember that there is no scarcity in God's blessings and in His kingdom. The remaining passage of Scripture in Revelation 22 verses 3 through 7 speaks of seeing the face of God and a blessing over those who keep His word. There is peace, prosperity, and healing available to all through faith. The August 28th lesson speaks of enjoyment and rejoicing. John opens his message of hope in our lesson today with a beautiful and helpful encouragement that better is coming, so we must persevere. In these verses, he encourages his audience to be a witness through their righteousness and to remain rooted and grounded in their faith-filled lives of honorable actions because the time of fruition or fulfillment is near. In the same way, sprinters don't slow down when they're near the finish line. Believers too must keep our faith and our pace even though the day of fruition is near. Revelation 22 verses 12 through 14 says, See, I am coming soon. My reward is with me to repay according to everyone's work. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Blessed are those who wash their robes so that they will have the right to the tree of life and may enter the city by the gates. In this portion of the lesson, we find some of the greatest encouragement and consolation in the whole biblical canon. Jesus essentially says, I'm coming soon and I have your reward with me. What glorious news! Jesus is returning soon, and unlike his first visitation in the incarnation in which he was born as a child, at his second advent, he will not be coming empty-handed. He will arrive with remuneration in hand. Christ will pass out repayment and justice. This may sound like something scary, but we have the power to dictate our reward or consequences. Focusing on righteousness rather than selfish motives will reap reward. Again, I'm LaDonna Boyd, and I hope that you enjoyed these lessons. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Also, check out our website, rhboyd.com, for additional tools and resources, and our social media accounts at rhboydco.